Alrighty, so this looked like a sandstorm team. Just cause overcoat, sand, scissor, you know. But Weavile can probably do work here. And Magne'slow'ne can get rid of that Scizor, get rid of that Mandibuzz, possibly even get rid of the Sylveon. Thing is, what do I want to lead with? He's probably going to lead with Rotom or Hippowdon. So Venusaur? I think Venusaur handles most of his team as well. Once I trap and kill Scizor, I can hit everything on his team well. And probably Mandibuzz. But I can threaten that with Volt Switch, so I'm just going to lead with Venusaur here. And he's going to go with Rotom Wash. That's a pretty good matchup for me. I'm just going to Giga Drain. No messing around. He's going to Volt Switch. That was predictable as hell. But I'll just get back to full. And Scizor takes that quite nicely, actually. Thing is, unless he goes for Superpower, which there's about, like, no chance he will, Magne'slow'ne wins. Even if he's Mega. And he's going to U-turn. So, maybe Magne'slow'ne doesn't always win. And he's going to go into Hippowdon, but I can just go back into Venusaur, I'm thinking. Hit something with a Sleep Powder. He might go into Mandibuzz, but yeah, the rocks were very obvious there. I'm just going to sleep, hoping Scizor wants to come back in. If he goes into Mandibuzz, I can always Sludge Bomb that, so I'm not too worried. And what can he do to me? Foul Play? I do actually have the 0 attack IVs. Made sure to put it on all my special attackers. But yeah, he predicts the Sleep Powder, I guess. And let's just hit him with a Sludge Bomb. These things usually run defensive. Foul Play, Knock Off. None of his moves can do that much to me. Hopefully I get a Poison. Yeah. He might not know that I'm running the Synthesis. So I might just Synthesis now, actually. Because he wouldn't really want to stay in. And the Sand, that actually makes my Synthesis recover a lot less. He's probably going to want a U-turn here. And I don't want my Magne'slow'ne taking too much damage. If I went into Garchomp, that'd probably be better because I can get a lot of damage on this Scizor. And U-turn won't be doing that much. Look at that. Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, puts him on about half. Good stuff. Good stuff. Starmie with the Ice Beam. I could go into Magne'slow'ne here. Thing is, if he decides to Hydro Pump instead, because Ice Beam and Vaporeon are very obvious, like me going into Vaporeon. But if I went into Magne'slow'ne, he wouldn't know I was Scarfed. But I need Magne'slow'ne later, so I'm just going to go safely into Vaporeon. He does just go for the Ice Beam. I could have gone into Magne'slow'ne there, but what's the point? This thing just walls Starmie, unless he's got the Psyshock, which it's not that commonly run. Usually they have Bolt Beam coverage instead. Rapid Spin even, or Recover, something like that. But he does have the Defogger in Mandibuzz, so he probably wouldn't be carrying the Rapid Spin. Goes into Rotom instead. And we can just go straight back into Venusaur. Heal up, get fully healed by that nice wish. And the amount that Giga Drain is obvious. I'm just gonna go for a Sludge Bomb. But if he goes into Scizor, I did Sleep Powder last turn, so he might not want to risk getting slept. So we might go back into Mandibuzz. I'm just going to go for a Sludge Bomb. YOLO, right? He is going to go back into Mandibuzz, so this is going to get 2-hit KO'd. What's Mandibuzz's speed? I think it's 80. Or like 65 or less. So it is 80. Good thing I'm running that 8 speed investment. But he's probably going to want to go into Scizor, but I don't care. And he roosts? What? Oh, nice. I get a nice crit there. Do I want a Synthesis or do I want a Giga Drain? He'll probably roost again. So I'm just gonna Giga Drain. Yeah. Neutral damage. Get my health back. And then... do we Giga Drain again? I doubt he'll roost. But he could. Giga Drain's only doing 40%. I'm gonna Synthesis. Because yeah, he's gonna switch into Scizor. And this is probably gonna U-turn, but again, Garchomp, and I want those rocks out of the way. I'm taking too much residual damage here. So if we can get a safe switch into Togekiss, and he's gonna take a lot more damage, which is good. Always good. So one more switch into Garchomp, I think he's dead. And the Ice Beam here is way too obvious. So I don't think... so obvious he won't go for it. I don't reckon. I think he'll either go for Psyshock or... he definitely won't Hydro Pump, that's the thing. So I'm gonna go into Magne'slow'ne. And he does Psyshock, so that's fine. Do I just go for the Volt Switch here? He's not gonna know I'm Scarfed. And I do outspeed base 110s. I think I outspeed up to like 114 with Timid. So Volt Switch. What? No, I've calced it all wrong. I want a defog. That's the thing. And I could T-wave it. But I won't take an Ice Beam Wheel. Now let's just go into Vaporeon. Psyshock, I don't think will do that much. Won't kill. So we can just Wish. And he is going to switch out into Sylveon. Now what can we go into for Sylveon? Venusaur? Togekiss? I might just go into Togekiss here. It's a relatively safe switch. I can live a Hyper Voice. And he's going to Wish himself. So that's fine by me. Should we go for the Defog? I think I'm just going to go for the Defog, yeah. What's he going to pass it into, though? Possibly Mandibuzz? Probably Scizor, actually. Nope, Rotom. But we know what we have for Rotom. Unless he Volt Switches directly, which he very well may do. Could go into Garchomp. Outspeed if he's defensive. Did he go for... yeah, he did go for Will-O-Wisp, so... definitely not offensive. But it is risky, because if I take a Hydro Pump... that's very lame. But I could get my rocks up. Do I want rocks that much? I'm just going to go into Garchomp so he doesn't get Switch Initiative with the Volt Switch. And... he's probably going to Will-O-Wisp. I haven't revealed that my Garchomp's defensive. So if I can get a Heal Bell later, this Garchomp can still do a bit of work. And he's going to miss a Hydro Pump. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate for him. But I'm going to go straight into Vaporeon. He's probably going to Volt Switch now. Almost definitely. Nope. Thanks for the health. I'm going to Wish. Because the thing is, he'll probably go into either Hippowdon. He's going to Will-O-Wisp. Well, not the best play. And now, as long as he's not going to Hydro Pump. If he goes for Hydro Pump, his balls are like bigger than the moon. So, yes, he is going to Volt Switch. That's great. Garchomp up to basically full now. And I'm going to go back into Vaporeon, playing some mind games. He's going to Will-O-Wisp again. I don't mind if he Volt Switches now. I can easily live one. And I want a Heal Bell. Get rid of those burns. Don't like residual damage. See, look how well I take that. No, just over 1/4%. Great. Now this Mandibuzz. If I can get a burn on it with Scald, that'd be nice. It's probably going to defog. So I could Wish. But if he wants to Roost, I think I'm going to Scald either way. Because yeah, he does want to Roost. Give me a burn. Come on, Hex Gods. I could Wish. I think I'm just going to Wish. And so he defogs now. Fairly obvious. And I'm just going to keep firing off Scalds. Nothing really wants a burn except Starmie, but that'll take a lot from a Scald. Starmie doesn't have very good defenses at all. And eventually, something's going to get burned. And it's not going to be this turn. What can he switch into a Scald though? Probably Sylveon. Sylveon actually gives me a bit of trouble. Need Venusaur for that late game. And he's going to Taunt again. I'm just going to keep Scalding. No burn. I've also got the 0 attack IVs on this, so please give me a burn. Ah. He can't do anything to me without Volt Switch, right? He might Will-O-Wisp first, but I'm just going to try and get a burn. Okay, that's great. He does have Heal Bell with Sylveon, obviously, but you know, you can't beat them all. Gonna go for a Heal Bell. And he Pain Splits. He's probably gonna Volt Switch this turn. I could pull the risky plays and go into Garchomp. Or I could just Wish. I've still got 12 wishes. I was afraid I was gonna run out soon. So I'm gonna Wish. Heal Bell. Hopefully he Volt Switches. That should heal me up to full, and I can switch into something after. So he does Volt Switch, like I thought he would. Nothing else for him to do once I'm burned. Probably going to go into Sylveon now. I don't see any reason to not go into Sylveon. And that gives me a safe switch into Mega Venusaur. I'm probably not even going to appreciate a Hyper Voice, but you know, I do have the Synthesis. And he does Heal Bell. So Sludge Bomb is very obvious here. Thing is, he was not going to want to switch Mandibuzz in on one. So his best bet is like Scizor, Rotom, even possibly Hippowdon. None of them want to get put to sleep. So I get his Scizor, that's perfect for me. Because that thing, now that my Magne'slow'ne's down, probably gave me the most trouble out of his team. And we're just going to Giga Drain now. He forfeits. Not sure why. I don't know, his team was fairly weakened, but he had a chance. Oh well. I'm not going to say no to a win. So, let's move on.